where nobody knows. Ain't no burger stand, ain't no disco band on the islands where nobody goes.
First day of school. Come on. You don't want to be late.
Okay. Enough with the foghorn. I'm up already. Sheesh.
Are you ready for school, Mike?
I brought my notebook dividers and a new pencil case.
That's very nice, yeah, but are you ready for school?
Well, you don't get any more ready than that. I am an exchange student after all, and being here is great. But I miss school.
You should go back.
Strict disciplinary teachers, stressful tests, lunches made of gray things and brightly colored gelatin desserts, the peer pressure to conform. Oh yeah, school, baby. I can't wait.
Splendid, and there is plenty to be learned here, what with the hunting and the gathering and all that.
Right.
And we do have a rather extensive library.
Extensive for 1773. There hasn't been a new book added since you left England.
But there will be as soon as I finish the island's history. I'm calling it Cuzzlewits End.
Okay, you guys are the Albanco teens. I got that. But who are the Cuzzlewits?
The Cuzzlewits? Ah, there are no such thing. Next you'll be asking about the Easter Bunny.
What's this? Celtic graffiti?
No, it's a school crossing.
But there's nothing around here for miles. Safety first. So, this is school. No computers, I guess.
Hey, get off of there. That's my desk. What the heck are you doing with those?
They're books, you know, as in study, read, come to know and understand. The weirdness of contemporary society. Screenwriting for the very young. And, innards made beautiful.
But what do you need books for? I mean, this is school.
They're what I was studying back at home. I thought they might be useful.
School day, school day.
When you yell at
Cold is the altar that knoweth not in me. For naked as a room was she.
The hypotenuse of a triangle is...
I'm Lou, and I'm in school. I'm Lou, and I'm so cool.
The life's so short, the craft so long to learn.
Look at me, look at me.
What's going on?
Pi r squared.
64 plus 64 be
128!
Hey,
The square root of 297 is...
Stop yelling!
And round as a bird was his. Every island needs a princess, and I'm it.
Quiet! What?
Where'd she come from?
She fall from sky. That means
Skyfall too?
Okay. Who are these other kids? And more important, what's with all the noise?
What other kids? There's no other kids here.
We're studying.
You can't learn when everybody's yelling.
Well, of course you can.
It's how we pass on information. And these are the Cuzzlewits kids
No, they're not.
from the other side of the island.
They don't exist.
Their parents and our parents don't get along.
There are no other kids in this class. And if there were other kids, and I'm not saying that there are, they would not be Cuzzlewits. Because no one in their right mind would be caught dead with a Cuzzlewits.
where she come from.
Bottom of swamp.
On the rock.
Inside frog belly.
What did he mean by that?
He said that you, some strange person that we have never seen before, should keep your mouth shut and your nose out of other people's business, be it of the educational variety or otherwise.
I gotta study. Roots are the underground parts of plants.
Stone is not but very broken.
I'm the best! The best! The best!
Belly soup.
That gives me such a headache.
Glad that's over. What now?
No one in sight for miles. A perfect place to lie in wait for the wombat.
Ahem.
Crikey! Totally surprised me you did. Hadn't a clue. But why on earth are you sitting alone in the middle of wombat country? You should be in school. Good bit of yelling and banging. That's what you need.
Well, that's just the thing. Too much yelling and banging, like trying to study inside a dryer full of rocks. What that school needs is a teacher.
A teacher? Taking up the hunt is a dangerous pursuit. Maiming, exotic diseases, and a life in hospital are all awaiting you. But the rewards are equally great, for there is nothing in the world like... Shh!
What?
Like sitting on a hot rock in the boiling sun with no food or water while awaiting your prey's arrival. The world seems to stop as you cock your bow and arrow. Take careful aim and... take off in hot pursuit! Tally-ho!
Give me ball.
The art of the tea cozy is a complex one.
He look like teapot.
Rutabaga with legs.
Let's tip him over.
And see if he can get up again.
It involves several disciplines and...
Make him shout!
I will have quiet during lecture.
Bonk his snout.
Quiet! No one talks while my father talks but me.
They make a lot of noise for people who are not here.
Oh, do be quiet, please. This is most important, you know. You see, the tea cozy is actually a metaphor for all of life.
Head like Brussels sprout.
Smells like sauerkraut.
Hey, you cretin! What do you think you're doing?
Please, class, you must be quiet.
You don't exist! Stop throwing things!
Just don't engage, dear.
Leave me alone!
Epiglottis, esophagus, uvula, tongue. Bronchia, trachea, alveoli, lung.
You guys!
Children, please, focus. You must stop this immediately, or I'll be forced to start crying.
First thing I learnt when I went to school was how to sit still. Which part of the word still didn't get through? Oh, most important lesson in the known universe, and one that you're about to learn, you quivering jiggler. Never sat still in your life. Bunch of wiggling sops. And I'll have nothing out of you either. I attended a school very much like this one, all yelling and screaming and banging of clubs.
I was just brushing a fly.
Oh, I see. And I'm a bent-over old man.
You are a bent-over old man.
None of your smart mouth. Just keep still.
And further, the cultural imperative and social unrest during the Middle Ages should have special significance to us today, simply because of the parallels that can be drawn between modern societal modes and the traps of the common wheelbarrow.
You don't exist.
To be conscious that we are perceiving or thinking is to be conscious of our own existence. Aristotle.
As it wends its way through and around the various rocks and stones.
You don't exist more.
Such an excess of stupidity, madam, is not in nature. Samuel Johnson.
One should note with care the appearance of jonquils in the late works of Piet Bosch the Lesser, the famous, or not so famous, Flemish painter of the early 1300s. Now then, yes, well, as I was saying...
It's over!
Thank you so very much.
Bravo, bravo, bravo! Great lecture!
Yay! Good going, Marge. Aces!
I just don't think I can thank you enough.
Really? Well, you know, I didn't think anyone was really listening.
Hanging on every word. Can't wait to hear the next lesson.
Oh, yes. The late Middle Ages were a virtual hotbed of social development. Why, the changes in leather tanning and...
Bye!
Catch later!
Ugh, I thought it would never end.
I guess we all learned a lesson here, right?
That education is what you make it.
Did I know enough already?
Red-headed girl, not bad.
Banging and yelling are best.
No, but close. Sometimes when you're stuck on a weird island, you just gotta go with it.
Well, there's nothing more satisfying than seeing young people aspire toward an education.
To find the truth, one must start down the path.
I wonder if we could start down the path towards a cheese souffle. It was a metaphor. Well, it is quite late. One has to eat sooner or later, and sooner would be good. Philosophically speaking, of course.
I'm the next great governor of this fair island, and it's my very special task to keep each person smiling all day.
Hey, what's going on?
It's a celebration here. Wendell's 23rd term as governor.
Wendell's gonna be governor again? I didn't even know there was an election.
An election? Oh, isn't that where you come as your favorite entree?
No. It's where these governor guys all run for the same office. President, vice president, dog catcher, whatever. You vote for the one you want, and the one with the most votes wins.
Sounds rather a bother to me. How does anyone have time to hunt?
And besides, my dad is, has been, and always will be governor.
What about democracy?
Democracy.
What on earth is that?
What's a democracy?
In a democracy, everybody gets an equal voice, even if nobody ever listens. And if you have a lot of money, you get an even more equal voice, because you can buy airtime. Of course, nobody watches. They're too busy watching game shows. But if they did, they'd see a bunch of candidates who all look alike, making promises they can't possibly keep. Not that it matters, since most people don't vote anyway, because they live in a free country and they don't have to. And that, my friends, is a democracy.
Oh, brava!
I vote for democracy.
Oh, yes, goody. Let's have an election.
Guys,
I'll make the bunting. We can't have enough
hold
bunting.
it. If you want an election, you'll need another candidate. Someone has to run against Wendell.
Good point.
Oh, yes, of course.
But who should we get?
A bit of a sticky wicket there.
Oh, I know. How about Mike?
Jolly good show.
Me? No. No, I don't think so.
Well, why not? You know the electoral process. You're not as annoying as you could be.
And you're easy to beat.
But...
Oh, please, you must do it. Your island needs you.
Mike for governor.
As governor of the island, it is my official mandate to count every coconut, whether on a tree or on the ground, or falling. Which is actually very confusing because once they've fallen, they're on a totally different list. Starting with the coconuts on the tree.
See how he fires up a crowd?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1,109,752 and 1,109,753. Thank you.
Vote for me. I'll make short speeches.
Poor Mike. Is anybody really going to vote for her?
Well, perhaps I will.
Oh, yes, count me in.
Me too. If I'm going to vote for anybody, it might as well be her. What?
You're all voting for Mike?
Certainly.
Why not?
We're doomed. If my dad loses this election, then I won't be princess anymore, and life as we know will end forever. Don't you get it? Unless you do something, you're going to lose the election. Everybody's going to vote for Mike, and we'll be out on the sand.
Oh, my poor little munchkerinos. You've got yourself all worked up over nothing nada. I have always been governor, and I'll always be governor. No silly election can change that.
All right, fine. If you won't save your job, then I will. I'm pulling out all the stops on this campaign.
Here's a flyer for you, and you, And you? Wow, it's still early and already I've given out 6. Make that 7 flyers.
Only 264 to go.
All right, people, listen up! Vote for my dad, or else I'm filling this elephant up with cauliflower and parking him in your yard! How sweet. Miniature posters. Want a little campaign advice? Give up!
That's it! Mudslinging is the final straw. This is war, princess! Here you go. Vote for me. Don't forget to vote.
Oh, isn't that cute? It's pretty adorable.
I regret I have only one face to give to my country.
And if I'm elected governor, I promise to bring this island into the 21st century. Or at least the 19th.
My dad promises a tea cozy for every pot.
I promise more pots and a pan.
He promises to redecorate the village.
I promise street lights and maybe even a street.
He promises a highway.
A freeway.
Democracy in action. Very stimulating.
As you know, I've always been a big supporter of the arts. Painting, drawing, gluing, I'm there. So, if I'm elected, I try my best to fund the arts. Like that big sculpture you're doing of Joshua, Wendell, Albanquatine.
You could get me a grant.
Well, I can't make any promises, but I try.
Oh, I'd be ever so grateful. And now, Madam Governor, what would you say to a nice bowl of soup?
I'd say no.
Did I say a dozen sucker arrows? I meant 2 dozen. A bushel.
But what would I do with all those arrows and one little wombat?
How about 10 wombats or a whole herd? If you vote for my dad, I'll guarantee you a herd of wombats that'll stretch as far as the eye can see.
As far as the eye can see?
And also, if I'm elected, I'd try to get everyone a bed of nails, if they want one.
Man, that's ridiculous. Of course they want one.
Hey, you can't clean here.
It's a free island. I can clean wherever I want.
Well, so can I. We have laws against outsiders cleaning in caves, you know.
No, you don't.
Yes, we do. Or we will as soon as my dad is elected.
Stop! I want you both out of here this instant! You hear me?
But the dust!
It's my dust and you can't have it. Now get out!
Oh, fine. But just remember, vote for my father! Or you'll never see your hammock again! I'm talking about a brand new laboratory. Burners, beakers, stuff that bubbles.
I like my old laboratory.
Then we could redo it. I see white walls, blue trim, curtains, an overstuffed chair. Wendell for governor. I'll make it worth your while. We'll need you to you too.
Oh, don't worry, my little Lulugins. Everybody knows I'm a shoo-in. 2 names? Oh, how can I possibly decide?
Right, that's it. I hereby announce the polls officially closed.
As governor of this fair island, it is my duty to count the ballots. 1, 2, 1... no, wait, I said that. No, how can I count with all you watching? Everybody turn round. No, please. Thank you. 3, 4, 5, 8... No, 3, 4, 6... Oh, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's it. 7. I did it. 7 ballots all counted. And now, without further ado, the final results. Brrr. Mike 6, Wendell 1.
Yay!
Did I win?
No! And you didn't even vote for yourself.
I just couldn't. It seemed so vain.
But you are vain.
Well, I could always take it in. Or maybe you'll grow into it.
I can't wear this. There's a whole ecosystem in here. this coat is so hot, I can't even breathe.
Well, you wanted to be governor.
We hate to disturb you on your first day, dear, but there is that matter of the campaign promises.
Now, about those wombats, I should think a small herd, say 20 or 30, should do it.
And I have some wonderful ideas for my sculpture.
Oh, speak up, Skipper. We'll get through this. Don't you fret. I'll find some other work, you know. Although being governor is truly all I know. Maybe I could collect things, you know, like little leaves or maybe shells. I've always fancied shells.
I want my bed of nails!
Excuse me, but I believe Marjorie and I have the floor. Now, as I was saying...
The main thing is comfort. A twin's not bad, although I'd rather have a
Just so you know, the national treasury is down to a pig, 2 crabs, and a half-eaten coconut.
Lots of nails, that's the main thing. And comfort.
After much thought, I've decided as governor, I bite sand. For that reason, as well as many, many others, I've decided to turn the job, the coat, and especially the wig back over to Wendell. So, my first act as governor is to resign.
I'm speechless, which is why this is the perfect time for... I'm the next great governor. I'll govern in style, and it's my job to wear the wig and keep each person smiling each day.
I helped with the song.
Don't quit your day job.
Crazy, but I found a personal cure. Some say I'm lazy, but I'm not so sure. Asleep. I've had a long and tiring day. Just leave me alone. Get out of my life. I'm trying to sleep. Whatever you want, I'm sure it will keep. I sleep. Don't you people have anything better to